awareness of abundance and magnetize abundance and bring increase to your way. Every moment live in certainty, strengthen your link to the infinite storehouse. Every word spoken with gratitude, multiply your substance. You are not here just to struggle, but to emanate, to radiate, to become a resource. You no longer need to chase, but to radiate. You no longer need to beg, but allow. You no longer need to say, I must work to earn, but I must work to express my richness already existing within me. So this is the secret of effortless, of course, wealth. So that's what we discussed. That this is not a miracle, is a method. It's not a mystical or alignment with the laws of the universe. So that was what we finally talked about, the secret of the law of effortless wealth. So yesterday we talked about the thinking substance, the real thing that forms the reality of our lives. So the thinking substance is a true source of wealth. Long before the first coin was invented, once the first bank was invented, trade by barter, invention of trade, long before there existed a far greater law and a living ocean of intelligence that filled the invisible space between everything was created. So this thinking substance is not an idea but a reality. Every tree, every thought, every human being you see rises and falls because of the understanding of this infinite intelligence. So the thought produces image, substance in our mind, with the instruction of the words of our mouth and the actions we take produce its equivalent in the reality. From the phone you are using to the shoe you are wearing to the clothes to your marker to everything you see, you have to understand that it's a breakthrough thought that we hear all this is imagination we hold in our mind, because these deeper laws link thoughts to form things, vibration to substance, consciousness to cash, that is value. Wealth creation was never a competition of someone's gaining and you losing. That wasn't it. If you're thinking like that, that means you have a scarcity mentality, which breeds fear, jealousy, of course, anger, bitterness. A praise the thinking substance from infinite intelligence that will bring the result you want. A thinking substance creates endless form within itself. And immediately you understand this, everything changes for you. Poverty is not a condition of your circumstances, but of awareness. Poverty is a result of thinking against the flow of creation. And once to manifest wealth, one must form a clear mental picture of his desired outcomes and result that you want, not vague and not to have a definite creation. So when you think richly, you magnetize opportunity. When you believe, you command substance to obey. When you act with gratitude, you give universe the permission to deliver whatever you want. So yesterday we stopped by telling that physical work is not a generator of wealth. It is mainly a stage upon which wealth appear. That's what we stopped yesterday. Yes or yes? I was meant to make to a story before we continue, that most of us that go to garden, you see the gardener doesn't force the flowers to grow. The gardener doesn't force the plant to grow by his effort. He only align with nature's process. In the same way, your role is not to push the reality of life. Your role is to hold the mental picture so strong, faithfully taking the actions and the words of your mouth every day should align with it. So you cannot plant a corn of seed and force to germinate in 2 days. Each corn of seeds take maximum of 5 to 7 days to germinate. So the same thing, as you breathe in air, your air is full of thinking substance that every atom in your body moves and responds to it. Yeah, it mirrors what you feel, and it builds what you believe in your mind. So when you truly grasp this, you stop begging life to give you whatever you don't want. You begin to align life, that you don't force life. Forcing life is what causes miracles to happen. But you're not living by miracles. You have to live by the principles of God. Because I really know that as long as earth remains, seed time and harvest time will never cease. As long as earth remains, we will have night and day. God put all these principles, laws, and rules so that he can rest. But human beings keep disturbing God to form miracles for them. And miracles are not sustained by just miracle alone. You need knowledge, you need understanding to sustain miracle. If God do miracle to you and you lack the skill and common and knowledge, of course that place of that man becomes worse that he can never think. You no longer say, I must want to earn money. You now think and act in harmony with wealth. This is what it means by doing things in a certain way. That not the way of hustling, not the way of conscious, but the way of conscious mind, calm, deliberate, and creative mind. Write this on, very important as we gather around of this section. A wealthy individual is not the person that works physically hard. A wealthy individual is not the person that works physically hard, but he who works with the laws of the universe. A wealthy man, a wealthy individual is not the person that works physically hard, but who work with the laws of the universe. So you simply understand the laws. Just like what we're having book summary with one of my leaders. Well, that's how they went for an discussion. So one of the members of the team went to this particular stream or whatever river. So the current of the water was flowing this way. So he tried to walk against the flow of the current. The more he tried, the more it remained at the same point. It didn't even drag him back. After some time, he was walking against the current. You now decide not to work against. You begin to turn and align, rather control the alignment to the area you go. So when somebody begin to work physically hard, engage, just wake up, go and carry 50 bags of cement, go and push your barrel, go and just wake up without not engaging his mind. That person can never be wealthy in life, no matter how much he desire wealth, because once you engage like that, you have just you're out of alignment. You're going to first thing, create the picture, use your mouth to confess it, affirm it, and before you engage with your hands. So you want to check every wealthy man around you, from Dangote, Elon Musk, I don't look at all of us. We don't work physically hard like the rich people that you see. So that's why we operate on the higher level of value creation, which is imagination and communication, instead of managing and of course implementing. So a wealthy individual is not someone who works physically hard, but who works with the laws of the universe. Full stop. As your awareness deepens, you begin to feel it. The subtle shift in your energy, the quiet authority says, all supply moves through me. Right is also very important. The subtle shift, that is subtle, subtle shift, the subtle shift in your awareness, in your awareness, in your awareness, and quiet authority, and quiet authority. A subtle shift in your awareness and quiet authority. When you begin to say, all things moves through me. When you begin to say all things, all things, all things moves through me. So when you begin to define yourself, an expression of God's power. That means if God wants to bless somebody, God use me. God wants to create impact, God use me. So you become an expression of when you begin to say, God, I'm a vessel unto honor. When you begin to say all things move through me, that means whatever you want to happen in your life must pass through you. You want to begin to say you're an expression of God's creative nature. That I want peace to reign. I must initiate peace in my family, in my church, anywhere I find myself, in my business, my organization, my enterprise. I want people to make money. I want people to make investment. I want people to be happy. I want people to know certain things. So we need to see yourself as an expression of God's creative being. When you say that anything God wants to do something good, you are your expression. There's a subtle shift. Everything needs to change for you, because by the time you need money, you need to say, what can I do to get money? What can I value? Can I get? If you do anything you want to do, you no longer blame anyone, anything, any circumstances. You no longer blame. The day you stop blaming things, circumstances, you say, I am the source. I'm the resource of God's creative ability. That's everything shifts. So a lot of people don't see wealth like that. They see wealth like something they have to go and do. Instead of also they will from them. But wealth, of course, like the book of Bible, the Bible says, who can find a virtuous woman? That virtuous woman is from the word kahil. That means wealth, and that kahil means that something virtuous. That means your virtues, your kindness, your love, your peace. You convert it to value. That means all things move through you to make a reality in this life. The day you begin to think like that, everything shifts, because money is a child. Money is not a child of struggle, sweat, and extortion, but is a child of an expression of value. So you can see that. So when you struggle too much, you repel the law of the universe. Man, you like to force a corn to grow in 2 days. You are just against the law, because it will germinate under normal circumstances. But you might allow the earth, the universe, to take its course. Just like you want to force a child to grow, just want to turn him to 15-year-old. If the child will die now, you want him tall, you want to drag him, you don't go walk. Allow the universe to take its course. So that is why your job, your responsibility is to align. So now align. So faith, not force, open the gate of abundance. Faith, not force. Faith, command, not force, open the gate of abundance. So a man, what is faith? Believe. What's first you believe about yourself? So once you believe, faith, not force, open the gate of abundance. So the idea is that physical effort is not, it cannot create wealth. So once you understand the nature of thinking substance, you will never again mistake physical effort for wealth creation. It's not about wealth creation. The concept is that you can never create wealth by physical effort. The concept that you must create wealth from your thinking. It starts with your thinking, of course, with your words of your mouth. The universe doesn't pay struggle, but it pay awareness. I keep saying the world doesn't reward effort. Effort is a common denominator. It reward the thought behind the effort, the definition behind the effort, the knowledge, the awareness behind the effort. Because effort is a common denominator. Knowledge is a differentiator. The knowledge, the thinking, the awareness, the idea behind the effort. A lot of people are making effort, but not everybody is rich and wealthy. Because it's a common denominator. Everybody make effort. The man make effort, Okada man make effort, everyone make it, Tinubu make effort, Moino make effort, I make effort. But that is a common, everybody must do it common. But knowledge is a differentiator. So faith and not force open the gate of abundance. Once you understand the law of thinking substance, you will never again mistake physical effort for wealth creation. The universe doesn't pay struggle, but it pays awareness. And it's something I want to actually establish as we round up this class. And I want to do this because I would like you to write this down so you understand this substance very well. That's why when you do what you're supposed to do, you are not because you want to have a child the following day, or following month, you now give 9 women belly. Say, I don't want to do 9 months, I want to do 1 month. It's not possible. Because the law of nature allows that human beings must have 9 months. Agree with me? Yes or yes? Before you give birth. So why want to force it? So why not just believe that the law of nature will work in your favor? And you simply do what you're supposed to do. Clear the bushes, put the fire, till the ground, plant the cassava seed, plant the corn, and allow nature to take its course. Wait, small time, go weed them, come out the wheat. So follow the process. But most of us, we think that by grinding, by toiling, it will bring the result. This is where the resistance comes. Why physical struggle repels supply? Why subtopic? Why physical struggle? Why physical struggle repels supply? Supply. Why physical struggle? Form resistance, form frictions. Imagine a wheel that is going back in your car. You want to drive front, the thing is going back. They are not going nowhere because you are going against the movement. So why physical struggle, of course, is an illusion. That's the illusion of labor. The illusion of labor. The illusion of labor. I'm laboring. I don't have a problem about labor under correct knowledge. How will you say? And say lock. Say lock means labor under correct knowledge. What I say? Labor under correct knowledge. Labor under correct knowledge. Under correct knowledge. So if you want to be lucky in life, you need to labor under the correct knowledge. That's when you have luck. So if you don't, that preparation, meeting opportunity is luck. So people are laboring, but not under correct knowledge. Because if the evidence of knowledge is an improved outcome. Tell neighbor, the evidence of knowledge is an improved outcome. That you know, your outcome is supposed to be better. So if somebody is doing something, I didn't get the over and over again, that means there's something that is missing. There's something he doesn't know. Because me and you know, say, the result may not happen overnight, but it will happen over time. So some people work endlessly and still remain poor. Why some people seem to attract abundance with little visible effort? Why? Because work, as society understand, is not the cost of wealth. The real cost of wealth is your thinking. So you can see the outer wall simply mirrors the belief you hold within. Write it down. The outer wall simply mirrors the belief you hold within. The outer wall simply mirrors the belief you hold within. So it matters a lot. If you believe in struggle, the universe obeys as ever and send you more struggles. If you believe that I'm a young one, I can struggle, the universe will send you more struggle. In fact, that is why you see, if you believe in struggling, the universe obeys. The universe obedience as ever send you more struggle. If you believe in struggle, the universe send you more struggle. If that life is easy, that will be easy. If life is hard, that will be hard. If you think that I will just go and create, I'll just think and go and share this with people, and when I share about my idea, that's how it will be. You might have a little bit of temporary defeat, which is normal in life. If you want to be rich, life will be hard. If you want to be poor, life will be hard. To be rich is hard, to be poor is hard. Choose your hand. So the thing is that if your life is full of struggling, the universe obeys and sends you more struggle. It's just obedient. So you can see many factory workers struggling and exhausting, toiling in factory, managing machine, feel with their back is breaking them, and they surround themselves with other. They see other rich people around you, and they're just discussing idea, concept, share it to managers and implementers. Life go. The difference is their thinking pattern. It is not about hard work. It's not about hard physical work that men get rich and wealthy, but by doing things in a certain way. There's a certain way, and that certain way is alignment. The harmonious cooperation between thought, faith, and action. Write it down. The certain way of creating wealth is an alignment. And harmonious cooperation. The certain way to create wealth is an alignment. And harmonious cooperation of thought, faith, and action. Your thinking, the words of your mouth, and the works of your hand. I can't just stop talking about this. In Genesis 1 verse 27. Genesis 1 verse 27. God created man in his thought. Created man, created man. He said, let us create man. He created man in his thought. It was a thinking thing. In Genesis, he now spoke it. In Genesis 2, verse 7, God formed man out of the dust of the earth. That means God creates in his mind, speak with his mouth. So the creation happened in the mind, take form when you speak. It takes form when you speak with your mouth, and then manifest when you engage with your hands. So it's simply the way things are being created. But a lot of people, they just want to start talking and start doing. You're going to frustrate yourself. If God created us in his image and likeness, so you want to also create like him. So I not sit down. People just keep struggling, as if life is very hard. Life not hard. Now they want just struggle. And the more they struggle, they want even to bring all the money to the 1 billion today. The 1 billion, find system and structure. I'm going to have 5 leaders that will get 5, that will get 5. If I do it for 2-3 years, recycle the system, I will get the millions I'm looking for. But no. I need the money. They'll go to church, they fast and pray, they stop God. When God is supposed to relax, they see the go. I think God trying and bomb. I say, no, I'm not. So it becomes a problem. Come and say, God no answer prayer. No, God always answers prayers. If you ask for things, He give you. I give you, of course, ideas. He give you. If you ask for ideas, give you ideas. If you ask for things, give you thought. So that is it. It is not about hard work that men get rich and wealthy. If you are doing things in a certain way, the certain way is alignment and harmonious cooperation between thought, faith, and action. So physical labor alone disconnects faith because it and causes friction and resistance. Write it down. Even though you're not written anything today. Physical labor alone, not engaging your mind. Physical labor alone, without the mind engaged, disconnects from faith and creates friction and resistance. That's what it does. Physical labor alone, without engaging the mind, disconnects from faith, creates resistance and friction. We want to force everything into crazy. Physical labor alone, without engaging the mind, disconnects from faith, creating friction and resistance. That's what it creates, friction and resistance. It's against the law of nature. It's against the principles and the rules of life. Man was not meant to work. Man was meant to align. The nature was not to be against man. It was to man was to cooperate with the principles and laws and the rules. So I was going to give us, I said, physical labor alone, without the mind engagement, disconnects from faith, creating friction and resistance. That's what it does. So it creates so much resistance that some people look older than their age. They look old because there's so much stress, so much toil, so much struggle, so much resistance. Think of a wheel turning against the current. No matter how fast it's spins, it makes no progress. This is an illusion of physical labor alone without mental thinking. Motion, mistake for creation. Write it down. Motion, mistake for creation. Motion, mistaken for creation. Motion, just making effort. Really go around. 40 days journey, you don't turn 40 years. Motion alone, mistaken for creation. I will tell you for sure that speed is useless without direction. Direction is useless without destination. And business is not productivity. And business is not progress. Beware of the barrenness of a busy life. Busy. Motion, physical motion, engaging the body without the mind. So don't confuse these two. Never you confuse these two. Don't run endlessly chasing what could be magnetized effortlessly. If only you will stop and start aligning, thinking, talking, and taking action. Right now is not very important. So struggle for money is like trying to grab. So struggle for money is like trying to grab water in a basket. Grab water in a basket. So struggle for money, sweat, toil, struggle for money, sweat. It's like grabbing water in a basket. The higher you hold, the lesser you have. The harder you hold, the lesser you have. Struggling for money is like trying to grab water in a basket. It's not going to work. The more you try to hold it, the lesser you have. The more you put the water, the more you slip out. So, they survive by labor, sleep, wake up, repeat. Labor, sleep, wake up, repeat. Labor, sleep, eat, wake up, repeat. The same thing never stop. They think that wealth is a reward of toil, struggle, strive. This is an error. Wealth is a result of right thinking, right words, and right action. So the subconscious mind does not understand overwork. Write that on your. The subconscious mind does not understand overwork, overtime. The subconscious mind does not understand struggling. The subconscious mind does not understand overwork, comma, it understands vibration. So subconscious doesn't understand overwork. It's not the problem of work you do. Not by doing 20 businesses and never succeed in any of them. The subconscious mind does not understand overwork. It only understands vibration of thought. Vibration of thought. Vibration of thought. That frequency of thinking is what differentiates the rich from the poor. Why? Because most of us understood these laws. That is not about physical effort. It's about the pattern of thinking. Poverty in a mindset, wealth in a mindset. All starts in the mind, settles in the pocket. Poverty starts in the mind, settles in the pocket. Wealth starts in the mind, settles in the pocket. Joy starts in the mind, settles in your pocket too. Peace starts in your mind, settles in your life. Everything you start is a mind thing. No wonder the Bible said the weapon of warfare are not carnal, but mighty, pulling down a stronghold from where? Imagination. It's an imagination. He said that be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. The problem is the mind. It's not mind. It's the way a poor man thinks. It's the way a rich man thinks. The thinking, a certain way of thinking is differentiating that one thing life is hard, one thing life is easy. I have a note for you. I'm going to show you shortly. When you say, don't write this one down, when you say, I must fight for what I want, your subconscious mind translates and signal everything around you to fight. And to obey, it will bring conflict, resistance, and this is a proof of fighting. You go fight there. You go fight there. But when you begin to a moment to affirm that I already possess the wealth of the universe, and the subconscious mind will allow wealth to pass through you. From your words, every struggle dissolve. Whatever requires forces begin to flow. Thinking rich, think richly and refuse to think of money as a distance or difficult something. So every thought of hardship cut you from the creative flow. Write it down. Every thought of hardship cut you off from the creative flow. If you like, make your leader help you, give you money, give you everything. Life will stay hard. Why? Because your thinking will say life hard. You write contact, you say, what if nobody pay money? Nobody go pay. Right? You say, what if they pay? They go pay. How can you go business to market? Say, what if nobody buy my cement, my rod? Nobody will buy. If they buy, now just workshop. God just mercy for you. It's called the mercy of God. Because if now you don't go make any sense. How can you do soya? Aboki, come say nobody go buy them. Or do akara, think go buy them. Don't know anything, they think that they will buy it. I say every thought of hardship cut you off from the creative flow. Thinking richly, refuse to think of money as distance and difficult. It's not. So you must replace I must earn money with I must the universe, and replace with I possess the wealth of the universe and it must flow through me. So replace it. Replace it. I possess the wealth of the universe and it must flow through me. Because through you, wealth will come to pass. Your family, nobody was wealthy. Through you, you will create wealth. Through your family, nobody was rich and poor. You know, come a rich one must come from you. So every act must infuse with awareness, and that you are the channel for infinite supply. That I am the channel for infinite supply. That is that I am the channel for infinite supply to humanity. I am a channel. I am a channel for infinite supply, love, peace, joy. That through me, men will be happy. Through me, life will be impacted. Life will be liberated. Life will be emancipated. Because when you begin to see yourself as a source of that, now we think they make us create company, employ people. Because as I said, through me, I must pay people salary. Through me, people must live. People must pay their children's school fee. Through me, people must buy land, build house, build enterprise, help people. When you begin to see yourself, I am a channel for infinite supply. This is the difference. A lot of people see it, as they say, as a channel of being receiving and consuming from other people. Now the problem, they think that because we think differently. Yes. So you don't see us like it means to say a producer, because faith is the act of energizing, yielding. I will say yielding, and the proof that you trust the infinite to complete, not to compete, but to flow with the law of the universe. Live in gratitude because it keeps your vibration high, your connection open for more abundance of wealth. Gratitude is one of the language of wealth. The heart acknowledges that supply is already present. Work then becomes sacred, not because it's difficult, but because it's the consciousness of behind. Work done in fear produces exhaustion. Work done in faith produces expansion. Write it down. Work done in fear. Work done in fear. That is a physical struggle. Work done in fear produces exhaustion. Exhaustion. Work done in faith produces expansion. Exhaustion. Expansion. Work done in fear and doubt produces exhaustion. Work done in faith produces expansion. So both of us are doing work, but one is afraid that he knows that God can do it for him, that God can do it. He doesn't doubt. He doesn't doubt. That God can. He doesn't doubt the ability of God. He doesn't doubt the capacity of God. He doesn't doubt the power of God. But he's still doubting whether God will do it for him. So that God will do it for him. Now, God's willingness is his doubt. That produces exhaustion. So work done in fear and doubt produces exhaustion. Work done in faith produces expansion. We all work. We work, but we get different results. Because one of us is producing fear, one of us is producing expansion. I should end my class somewhere here. Let me check my time. Okay, I have 10 minutes more. Okay, no boy, let's move on. I still have 10 minutes. Let me just use 5 minutes to round up something. So this is the difference. The difference lies not in what you do, but in who is doing it. The difference between rich and poor, wealth and those that are not wealthy, broke and lack people is that the difference lies not in what you do, but who is doing it. Now they do the thing, who the person be, waiting they think, fear or faith. So the difference is not, the difference lies not what you do. We don't do something. The difference lies not what we do, but who is doing it. Waiting the person, who they do the thing, waiting the thing. That's why leadership is the main thing, because everything rises and falls on leadership. It's not about who is in charge, who is at the back of the steering, not who they drive. Now who? Not about driving car. Who drive the car? Is it a drunk? Because if a drunk, you have accident and die. So different lies not in what you do, but who is doing it. Why? Because the faithful self, that is the doubtful self, of course, either the faithful self or the doubtful self, or the faithful self or the faith self. So either person is afraid, but the illusion of labor lies. That is the moment you understand this philosophy, that we are not meant to wrestle with life. We are meant to collaborate with life. In fact, you have not written anything to write this one. You write this in just set to the class. We were never meant to wrestle with life. We were never meant to wrestle with life. So we were meant to cooperate with life, collaborate with life, collaborate with life. So life, God did not create us to come and be fighting with life. I fight. I fight. Everything is fight. No, it's to collaborate. Then find the law of nature. Align. The nature says you clear the bush, put the fire, till the ground, plant the cassava seed, plant the corn. Allow it to wait. You go germinate, you go with the thing. Wait again, come out the corn, come out the melon. Wait again, go come out them. Then wait. 1 year the cassava stick or the flower don't they fall off. You know, so don't do it. Go harvest them. Then wait, that is the law of nature. You don't force nature. That cassava stick cannot force to germinate and grow and tubers of cassava in 3 weeks. It's not possible. They're not going to force 3 weeks. Because of that, they're going to remove that cassava seed and check. You never grow, put them back. And yet, the way that plant mango seed, they come out and again check them. Okay, you never see grow, put them at tomorrow, come out and check. God, you say I will rich and wealthy. I don't read 3 books. I don't tell millionaires because put them back, come out and get the following day. That's it. The university just alignment. So money, you see, is not seduced by exhaustion, struggles, praying, fasting, disturbing God. Money is simply drawn calmly with conviction. The universe is not impressed by your struggle, by your stress. If you don't cooperate, if you don't think, talk, and act, when you work with when your work becomes expression of faith instead of fear or doubt, you magnetize the field of change that will bring effortless promotion, inspire ideas that seems to arrive from nowhere. The things that is not from nowhere, it came from your thinking circumstances that respond to certain things and clarity of your direction and your destination. So acting in a certain way, the ability to move through life, knowing that you are not a beggar of the universe, but you participate in the creation of things in the universe. Right or not, very important. The ability to move through life, the ability to move through life, knowing that you are not a beggar in the universe. That me and you, we are not beggar in this world. The ability to move through life, knowing that I'm not a beggar in this world. I am not a beggar. But I'm a participant in its creation. The ability to move through life, knowing that I'm not a beggar in this world. The ability to move through life, knowing that I am not a beggar, but participant in its creation. It makes a lot of difference. You didn't see as a creator. I must create. I must make impact. I must add value. And once you do this, money start coming, money start manifesting, because your thinking is that you are not a beggar. You no longer beg for things. In fact, you want to even beg. You want to ask, "Are you there?" Not begging. It's a you that lack is you ask, not begging. Asking is from begging. Asking is a demand. You demand. So there's something I'm actually going to, and I want to actually. So when you work with this awareness, even the smallest act carries a weight of divine energy. You no longer work to earn, you work to express and they express and effortlessly create and manifest things in life. So I'll end my class here. I will end my class. I want to differentiate something, and that will be the end of this class, so that tomorrow we go into something very important. Although the notes never finish, if I go and sleep and wake up and go and give you extra class, I want to differentiate between creative versus competitive mind. Creative mind, who works with the I'm a creator, and competitive mind. Competitive mind. Competitive. This is a mind that struggles, strive. So, of course, the creative mind, of course, focus on fortune. Focus on fortune. Number one. And the competitive mind focus on failure all the time. What if I don't make it? The creative mind, of course, focus on struggles. Focus on creating. Of course, this one is focused on creating. This one focus on struggles. You want to struggle, sweat for everything. The creative mind, of course, allows flows. Allow things to flow through him. Allow things to flow. Allows energy to flow through him. Energy to flow through him. Okay? Why this other one forces energy to conform? That is where the problem is. You won't go force. Forces energy. Force energy to flow. It no go work. So the creative mind, of course, focus on honor. That one focus on battlefield. Everything a fight. So everything a fight. This one focus on honor. It focus on, I call it canvas. Canvas here. That is strong honor. So you focus on how to honor God, honor human being by creating, making impact. Why do you focus on everything is a battlefield? Everything battlefield. Everything a battlefield. Everything a war, fire, kerosene. Everything die by fire, kerosene, thunder, knockout, bomb. Everything a force. Everything a one equal. Problem. You know one peace. You know what? Everything violence. In life, there's violence. If there was violence, no, everything war. Thunder, fire, kerosene, boom, ruma. And then when you focus on Aduma, then we have Aduma. You need to come to where, no, I don't call them church. Because I know, let me call it where we normally, that's where entrepreneurs, CEOs, when we are talking. You know, we just come, we want to come to board of directors meetings. Perfect. We want to create a new product, a new site, we want to make money, we want to new plan for the year. I need to invite one of the board directors, one of the board from company I sit on. Or if I want to see the way we do things, all of us, we assemble. Poor men congregate, wealthy men assemble. We'll congregate, you see what happened. And we assemble. We just, all of us, we suit and tie. We just pray. We just share. This is a business we're going to. We want to go into oil and gas. We got one idea, real estate, this and that. We just talk. Everybody's creative. No, you just go fire. Go, God give us unction. God give us and give us open ways. See, I think we do the flow. Maybe say you guys go thunder, fire, kerosene. Bongo, they make. Why do you think God wants to come and suffer? I don't understand. I mean, not okay. Let me give you an example. Go to shelter. Towards the end of shelter, towards that one Catholic church there. Go to that Catholic church, then go to another Catholic church in the village. Go to anywhere, go to 1,000. There are one Methodist church at the 1,000 towards, I don't forget the lane. Go to that Methodist church, then go another Methodist church for village. Attend the 2 services. Any church where they wealthy man neighborhood, go there. Then come up for there. Go the same church for village. You will see their prayer points different. Different. The same doctrine, the same preaching, but even the pastor where the village na problem, you go dey vex. Anybody wey say man of God no go chop, die, fire, kerosene, thunder. Go to run with the 1,000. Where almost all of them are the carry Mercedes Benz, G-Wagon, this one, everybody. Go that church where AC go dey. I said there's a Catholic church they open in the shelter, then close toward the end. You go to that church, the AC everywhere, the church, Catholic church, oh, Catholic church, AC chilling. Go the one from my village, thunder, kerosene, petrol. Oh. The same church, I didn't say this thing. The same church in my village, that Winners Chapel in my village. Go that one, go the one you got a bit of. Different services, different anointing, different move of the Holy Spirit. My brother, is it not the same God? Why people like God's heart? If it's about them, the heart. Even that church for your village, that one they carry fan. If me them, if me them, if me them. I say my village, I didn't say your village, I say my village, come. We have redeemed in my village, Winners, Church of Christ. My village, my village. In fact, from my village, almost all the streets my village now, church there. I tell you, church, my village. Go to that apostolic church. Go to the one in Oron Road by them. Oron Road, that one, 69. Go to that one. Go that apostolic church. Go the one in my village. Two different. Even though you're wrong for that one, they're different. No? The one in my village, they're different. Don't want me to you're wrong different. The one in Oron Road, the one in my village. Two different you're wrong. You know who came? I know my time is gone. So one of them fights. Every resources behind every struggle, stinginess and growth. One of them, you see, effortlessly the universe is generous and infinite. Two different people. One knows the universe is generous. They're not generous. But the universe is stingy. He says this one is generosity. That God is generous. Of course, generous. But this one says that God is stingy. They're not stingy. The same God, different view, different perspective, different orientation, different results. Because one of the things, so the problem is that this thing exists struggle is a child of fear, is a big child of fear, and that's why they keep quarreling, backbiting. Area of the wrong that I just finished communion in my apostolic church in my village. You know, Church of Christ they eat communion almost every Sunday service. I just see and then you know me, they work out for church. Make I come up for social media first. I will talk to you now. Online community, we have to stop here. See you tomorrow. Don't get involved in a business without a mentor. Get a mentor because mentorship is the shortest cut to success. He that stands a short mentor will see far. See you at the top. See you tomorrow. God bless you.